So this is a quick little tutorial, not that quick. It's a multi-part tutorial, I should say, on how to set up a multi-page booklet. So this is relevant for GDT10, GDT20, GDT30, GDT40, so all those project-based classes. So quickly, when you want to set up a new document, I go, Command N, right, or whatever it is on the PC. So new document, and I'm going to choose my print setting because it's going to be a brochure. So I'm not going to chase my tail around. I'm just going to use an 8.5 by 11 standard size. You can switch it to horizontal if you prefer. Again, all the measurements is always width by height first. So 8.5 by 11 means it's a vertical. I'm going to do a facing pages, meaning there's 2 pages. In my master pages, there'll be 2 pages. There'll be a left and a right page. I want to make it a minimum of 8 pages because it's a multiple of 4. So when you're doing a little brochure that needs to be saddle stitched, imagine one sheet of paper being folded in half. That creates 4 pages. So here, this is basically 2 sheets of paper folded that makes 8 pages. Starting on first page, primary text frame, don't really need it for now. This is mostly for like big documents. So that would create basically a linked text frame automatically on your page, on your document. However, I'm going to set it up with columns for an interesting kind of structure for it. So I'm going to put a 6 column. I'm going to add a 1/4 of an inch between in the gutters, basically. I'm going to change my margins massively because right now it's 0.5 of an inch all the way around, and you can see there's an inside and an outside margin because it's facing pages. So I'm going to unlink that. I'm going to add a little bit more on the inside, 1 inch, and a little bit at the bottom, a little bit more at the bottom, let's say 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to set up my bleed, of course, because I want to bleed images out or color or whatever. So this is for my final trim size would be 8.5 by 11, but my document will have an extra 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And I'm not going to bother with a slab for now. So I can hit the preview. So I can see my document. And you can see there's 6 columns right here. There's my inside margin, my top margin, and then my bottom, which is a little deeper. And there's 8 pages. I don't know if you can, I don't think I can scroll it down. No, I can't scroll down, but there's 8 pages. There's 7 extra pages behind that. So this is good. This is a good start. I'm gonna go create. Just press and hold my space bar just to reduce it. And this is my document. Quickly, it's set like this. What I wanna do now is I wanna go into my master pages. So this is my document right here, and this is my master pages right up here. So I double click in my master page up here, which is the A master, and you can rename them if you want. You can go into the little hamburger menu there. Oh, that menu is stepping out of the frame. If you hit the little hamburger menu in the upper right, you have master pages in there, and you have also where is it? Master pages, override master pages edges, master options. Oh shoot, I think I have to select both of them first. There you go. Master options. And here it tells me the prefix is A, but you can call it whatever. You can call it master, you can call it, you know what? Let's call it pages. There you go, click. And now this is my A pages, and then you can see the A master being applied to all of the document. So quickly, this is my master. So whatever I do in my master, let's say I put a black square in there on the left page and a blue one on the right, just to show you, that lives in my master. I go back into my document, double click on my page right here, zoom out, and on every page, I will have those items. So whatever you put in your master gets repeated in your document. And of course, because they're in master page, I cannot select them unless I press, well, on the Macintosh, it's Command Option and Control together. And then I can click on them. Nope, not today, it doesn't work. Won't let me. It won't let me. Sometimes you can just It's not gonna let me because it's locked in. Sometimes you would have to go under master, again in your hamburger menu, go in there, and then you have to go under override all master page items. Again, it's a menu that's probably stepping out of my recording window right here. Anyways, doesn't matter. I just want to show you that these items are locked because they are in the master. I'll go back into my master. I'm going to get rid of them. But what I want to add is I want to add my page number. So my page number would appear automatically on all the pages further down. So start with a little text frame right here. And I'm just going to go and zoom in into the corner down here because I want to put my page number right in this little corner right here. So I create my text frame right here. And it's blinking on the upper left right here. And all I have to do is right click on it. And I go into insert special character. And I go into marker and I go current page marker, current page number right here. And it shows an A instead of a number because we are again in the A master. At this point, I can stylize it, right? So right now it's in the upper left corner of my text frame. So I want to align in the center right here. I can change the size. 12 point, it's quite large. So I want to put it, you know, a 9 point. And I'm going to pick, you know, Helvetica something. So I'm going to type Helvetica condensed bold, there it is. I want to have my text right there centered within this text frame right here. So this is one of the tools that you use the most pretty much in InDesign. You right click on it and you go text frame options. The shortcut is Command B on the Macintosh. And that right there gives you the little dialog window. And by default, your text frame right here has only one column, right? So this was, if you want to add an extra column, this is what you do. So it creates 2 columns right here. We don't want to do that right now. You can create an inset spacing, which is basically a, you can link that. It's basically like an inner margin within your text frame. I don't want that in this case. But what I want right here is the vertical justification of the text. By default, it's always at the top, and I want to center it. And my text goes back in the center. So the typeface is slightly lower than the baseline. I'm just going to keep it like this for now. So this is my page number right here. And I can stylize it. I can make it, you know, maybe 30% gray. So it's a little lighter, so it's not as visible. And I'm going to grab that, select it, press and hold option. You see my arrow splits over. I can make a duplicate of that and drag it over to the right side. And then I have 2 A's, one on the corner of each page like this. And if I go back to my document right here, double click on my document, there's my page number. I can hide all the guides. I have my page 1, 2, 3, and it's all there. Right? Automatic page number. Again, it's in the master. Problem is, this is my cover. So if I have a large image in there, for example, again, I'm going back to that illustration that I keep on dragging for other tutorials. Let's say I have this image right here, and it goes full blast right here, full size. It hides it, of course. But this is where it gets a little complex. Let's say you want to have an image like this further down in your book. You want to have your page number above. So you go back again to your master. You select your, you can select your page markers right there. And what you do is you create a new layer. So they're both in the layer 1, which is, I haven't named the layer yet. I'm going to create a new layer in there. And I'm just going to use the little blue dot right there, because meaning that those elements that are selected in this are in layer 1. I'm just going to drag this little blue dot right there into the red one. And now they're in a different layer. And I'm going to call this layer, double click on it, call it page number. I'm going to lock that layer. And this is my artwork. I'll go back to my document again, double click in there. My page number is above the page. It's above the image. But the thing is, I don't want my page number on my cover nor my inside front cover, right? So I don't want this number right here. and I want my document to start on page 1 because this is the cover. Again, front cover, inside front cover, first page. I'm like, but it starts on page 3. How do I do that? So it's as easy as that. You go into your pages. I'm going to scoot it over so it doesn't step out of my recording window right here. You go into your pages window right here, palette, I should say. Go into the little hamburger menu again. And then we're going to go into the numbering and section options right here. Right now, it starts automatically at page number 1, no problem. So you're going to go, you're going to select your very first page right there, and you're going to start a section basically, and we're going to call this section cover. So you type cover in there, so it's nice and readable, and you click OK. Now every page in your document is not the A page anymore, it is using the A master, but it's called cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, and my page number hasn't changed yet, right? But then you have to repeat the exact same thing on your, technically what your first page will be, which is page 3 right now. So you select that page again, go into your hamburger menu again, numbering and section option. And then this time we're just gonna click that. Don't change the prefix. And this is the way you number a page. Right now the style is like just a regular 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You can pick your style. You can go 0, 1, 0, 2 until it hits 3. You can put letters or Roman numerals, and that's usually for like preface or a glossary or something like this, or anything extra. Those big ass large documents like catalogs and annual reports, they have an extra section that is numbered in a specific way. We're going to stay in the regular number, right? And this is, again, this applies to your page marker in the corners, right? And just click OK. And now my first page right here is right here on the right hand side. This is page 2, which is my second cover right here, right? So cover 1, cover 2, page 1, 2, 3, etc., all the way to my page 6, which is my back cover. So great, but now I have a number here, and I don't want that number on this page. Well, that's so easy to do. Right now you have a master that is applied to this page. So all you have to do is you go with a none right there where there's nothing applied, and you just drag it over. You select and then drag it over, and you replace this page with a none, so there's no little attribute there. So you can see none applied, a page is applied, and your page number has disappeared. It kept the margins, and we can do the same thing for the cover right here. Drag it in, page number disappears. Now I have this layout in 6 columns. What if I want to have some horizontal lines to create a grid structure, right? Right now it's in my master and the number of columns that we set at the very, very beginning. Again, double click in my master right here. I make sure I select both of them so I can apply what I want to do to both pages. So I select both pages in my master, and I go into layout in the menu up here, and I go create guides. And here you have the option of creating guides in rows and columns. So since we already have columns that is set in the document setup, here I'm just going to set some guides for rows. I have my preview turned on, and I click on the first one right there. You can see the very first line that appeared there in the corner. Oops, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. So there's only one row, is just basically this thing. So as I add more lines appear. I'm going to match the same gutter vertically as I have in the vertical columns right there. So in the gutter in the rows is going to be, again, 1/4 of an inch, and there you have all of those guides right there. The options is to have those guides to stick to the margins, which is what I have right now. It starts at the margin, or stick to the page, meaning from the top of the page to the bottom of the page. But this really throws off my my margin, so I want to stick it to my margin. And if I had any other existing ruler, I could just click on that and it would clear it up basically. But right now I don't have any, so I can ignore it and click OK. And I'm going to go back again to my document. There's my grid in there. But the grid didn't carry over to the inside front cover because, well, it's not a master page. So I can always select that page, again, layout, create guides, and I go that many, 1/4 of an inch, and then match. There you go. Just to make sure that I have them running across. And now I'm ready to design, basically. So this grid-based design there is, of course, all the guides are still available, so to be selected. You can lock them as well. But now it's ready to drop some images in there. Let's say if you had, a text frame right here and a large image right there, for example, and it sticks to the guides, and you can just, place some stuff very quickly in a grid-based design. So this would be an image, this would be text, and then you can just, stick to your guides right there. There you go. There's 3 more images in there. Make them blue, and then you can grab that, duplicate it by pressing and holding your Option key. You have another one right here. So you have a grid-based design right there, and you can go into the much smaller grid as well. Right? So for GDT10, this is the perfect example on how to do things. You have a little bit of content about, let's say, color theory, and it's fairly small text, but you want to use a whole page. Or here, you create a quick layout like this, and after that, you just drop your images in there. Depending on the images you have, if you have a lot of verticals, and you set your layout like this, for example, or like that, or you can give yourself a little bit of room in between, etc. It's really it's really open at this point. At this point, you're taking the design decisions. So this is how to use that. Again, all the guides are still, you can still select them, and so you can move them around. And if you do that by accident, then you're hooped. You have to redo them. So I always suggest to lock them up once you have them set up in the grid like this. You go under View, Grids and Guides like this, and down there, and then you go lock column guides, lock extra. Yeah, I think they're, oh no, they're still locked. Log guides, there is log guides right there, and now nothing is moving, so those guides will stay there, so you don't move them by accident. So that's kind of like a quick idea on how to set up a document from scratch very quickly using a grid-based, using your master pages, to have your automatic page marker in there. And again, whatever you put in that page, in that master page, will appear on every single page further down, right? So start designing, have some fun, explore.